Hey there, Sart here again. Happy Halloween, everyone. Hope your weekend was festive, safe, and a lot of fun. I honestly wasn't expecting to get Karten this time around. I wasn't planning on pulling for him. I just happened to get really lucky on a 3-star ticket and pulled him off the banner, so I decided to have a little fun with him. You probably saw my earlier video where I had him rape Aemon in one turn. Now we're going to look at the latest trial, quote-unquote trial, that we're getting in Archaeoaevis, I think is how it's pronounced. That's the latest round, or the latest chamber, called the 12 Types Takedown, where apparently they'll have a different boss for each of the 12 different races, the first one being Avian. Archaeoaevis is an Avian boss. Here are the mission challenges. 5-party of 5 or less, we'll get that done. Clear without a KO, too easy. Get it done in 6 turns. We're going to do it in 4. Alright, so here's the team. We've got Karten, we've got Lightning, Lara Croft, Mastermind Zahn, and a friend built me a Triumphant General Celeste. We'll start with Karten, going true dual wield here with the fists the way he likes it, nothing fancy, not doing anything crazy with the black sparky build like I did against Aemon. You'll see I'm giving him some evasion. That's just to help during phase 1. He likes to throw a lot of physical attacks. At the party, we're not using a physical cover tank, so everyone needs a little bit of evasion just so they don't take quite as much damage. Everyone's still going to take some hits, but it's not going to be really, it hits like a wet noodle. Pretty much same build in both forms. Max killers, 300% bird killer with some evasion, but really the Brave Shift form is where all the damage is going to come from. Lightning is here for her Brave Shift Limit Burst, which imbues and amps Lightning. She'll also be important for the Gun Imperil for Lara, and then using the Thunderfall material, which is from the Final Fantasy XIII event, that reduces lightning resistance by 130%. That also fairly important, but not as important as the other things. Lara Croft is built TDH in both forms just because the normal form isn't really all that important. You'll see I didn't even bother to max out the killers in her normal form. Again, much like Karten, all of her damage is going to come in her Brave Shift form. And so in the Brave Shift form, the most important thing is to try and give her some Limit Burst fill. That's why she's wearing Arden's hat and Barrett's clothes. So she now has 10 LB fill per turn. That's to really help get the LB up on turn 4. Still relies on a few random Chris drops to get that, but this just makes it easier to hit that on turn 4. 300% killers, 300% LB damage. She's ready to rock and roll. Zahn is strictly here to steal Lara's 200% bird killer buff and spread it around to the team. Also good for chaining. This is the Celeste that friend on the Brave Exvius forums built for me. Thank you, Ludukun. Hope I pronounced that right. Please forgive me if I didn't. Celeste was originally, I was planning on actually being in phase 2 where you have to switch to ice. Turns out we're going to skip that phase entirely, but if you're trying to replicate this strategy and you can't quite get there, Celeste is there to imbue your team with ice. Also a good provoke unit, magic tank, and LB fill. Alright, so here's the team. Let's get in there and cause some trouble. Alright, and now for the clear you didn't ask for. So I used the INT version as sort of my training ground when I was first putting this team together. And so obviously I used 5 units on that one, just because I was testing some things out. So now I want to go back and I want to get that 3 unit clear. Turns out it's just as easy to do it again with Karten and Lara Croft, and since they make such a fabulous team, a dynamic duo, I really like these two together in battles. So let's go ahead and use them again, and let's whittle it down to 3 units. So this is easily enough done with everyone's favorite support unit, Sylvie. Of course, she holds a special place in my heart. Being a huge fan of Esther, Sylvie is a huge part of Esther's life. If you've been following along with Esther's story that I've been sort of my headcanon, you'll know why Sylvie's so important. The builds haven't changed here. If you're skipping ahead to this clear for some reason, I'll quickly just say TDW build with fists, with maxed out bird killers in both forms with a bit of evasion, just to help reduce the incoming damage. Sylvie is just build her however you want. Again, some evasion helps. Same thing with Lara Croft. Most importantly, build her with TDH with some limit burst fill. Actually, it's not as important in this clear because she'll have it ready to go. Sylvie will take care of it. So yeah, nothing too fancy. All right, let's just get in there and kick some ass. Well, that's it. I hope this was informative, or at the very least entertaining. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your support. I will be taking Karten into Clash of Wills. I'm waiting to get him EX2. I've got to wait for those last login shards to get him to EX +2, and then I'll take him into Clash of Wills and see if I can improve my score. I'm not sure if I'll make another video on it because it's pretty much the same routine, but yeah, we'll see. So be on the lookout, and I'll see you on the other side.